Hey everyone, it's Biggs. Hey, something happens every once in a while, something happens that you can't plan, and out of those kind of mishaps, you just all of a sudden magical just happens. So today, my flight got delayed by about an hour and a half. I'm way on the opposite end of the city. My airport from my house is about an hour and 40 minutes away, so I had no idea what I was going to do with all this extra time. So I thought about here, what I'm going to do is, hey, there's a pet store that's right around here that I haven't been to in almost 2 years. So I thought, let's go take a peek. I'm going to bring you guys along with me. Let's go take a peek at NESTORS Aquarium. Absolute minute you walk through the door, you're transported into an entirely different world. A beautiful, well-stocked fish store full of some incredible fish. Look at those. Outstanding. Scaleophages, Asian Arowanas. I know all my American friends that are watching this, they're going to be super jealous. Well, maybe we'll meet up with the owner in a minute and he'll tell us about these particular fish. He had some pretty amazing news he was telling me about earlier.
This is truly a family-owned operation. And Nestor's wife, Maria, creates all these beautiful little aquascapes and all these little satellite tanks throughout the store. There's over 200 plus aquariums varying in size from 20 gallons up to several hundred gallons, both freshwater and marine.
Now the owner of this store, his name is Nestor. I guess you could probably guess that by the sign. But me and Nestor have known each other since I'm going to say the late 70s, early 80s, when we were both keeping tropical fish and we were both involved with the local aquarium society. He was very, very well known then for breeding all sorts of real quality discus out of his massive fish room in his home. And eventually, that morphed into the beautiful store you see today. He does birds as well, but birds are food, not friends, so we don't care about those. So let's move back onto the fish. I'm really doing this just to abuse all my American friends, but there's just Asian Arowana after Asian Arowana.
One thing of exceptional note is the overall cleanliness of this store. It's incredibly well stocked, but every aquarium is just sparkling clean. That attention to detail, high quality fish, is one of those things that sets him apart. These high quality goldfish, beautiful koi. Here's another one of those beautiful satellite tanks his wife set up. Many flower horns.
These are all high quality koi imported from Japan.
Just look at how clean everything is. And as you say, this store has been in operation for 18 years. And the store always looks like this. An eclectic mix of everything from South American characins, Asian cyprinids, shrimp, some beautiful freshwater rays, anything you can imagine. Now, I did not show much of the marine side because accessing marine during this time, during the pandemic, has been exceedingly challenging for him being in central Canada. And most of the stock tanks were empty, so I just bypassed that. But he generally does have a fairly large selection of marine. Look at these outstanding piranhas, wild-caught red-belly piranhas, and those absolutely breathtaking Asian Arowanas. More of that to come shortly. They sure are beautiful. This is a South American arowana. It's about 3 feet in length, and it was dropped off, but it's been kept in a tank that's high. So you can see that the eyes have started that thing where they've turned down. That is now permanent. When you have Asian arowanas or South American arowanas, it's often recommended that they hunt upwards. So they should have low tanks so they can look up at their food sources. But his store is a fully well-stocked store of everything you can imagine for dry goods. Foods, nets, filters, he's got it all. Just beautiful. I could get lost in here for days. Nothing more beautiful, in my opinion, than watching a beautiful, healthy stingray swing by. Watching that undulating disc, absolutely mesmerizing. Healthy pearl grammies, different types of characins. Shrimps, different cyprinids. Lots and lots and lots of beautiful, healthy aquarium fish. They are truly a full-line pet store. However, obviously, their priority is in aquatics, but they've got everything you need for your small animal, reptile, or bird.
All right, my friends, I'm sitting here with an old-time friend, Mr. Nestor Fernandez, the owner of NESTORS Pets. You guys have been here a long time.
I've been in the business for around 18 years now.
18 years, yep. Now, this fish here that we're looking at, Nestor, this is a pretty special fish. What is this?
These are those Asian Arowana. They are microchips. They are certified. They are from Singapore. And there are 3 different kinds of fish, different breed in here. They are all the crossback.
Crossback?
The crossback, but there are three kinds. There are the blue base, the red ones, and also the regular crossback.
And
They
these
are
are
around 2 years and something.
and these are all mature fish.
Yeah, they are rare. They have bred in this tank.
Yep.
They have been laying egg already.
That's not something most people can say they've bred in an aquarium.
They start to carry it, but because there are too much of them,
Yeah.
and the tank is small, so he end up releasing the eggs.
Yeah, because it's the boy that carries the eggs
Yeah,
on
it's
these,
the
right?
male.
And you
It's the
said
male.
when you had gravel in the tank, and
I
that was
have the
causing
gravel.
problems.
That's why I removed the gravel
Yeah.
now, and waiting again to do that. I have to remove the clown loaches because
Oh.
I have some big clown loaches too, which
Yeah, you did. I remember last time I
Yeah.
was here, you had those
Yeah.
big clown loaches. Yeah,
so
they were
I
just.
might remove that datinoid too.
Well, he'd predate on literally anything he could get his
Anything,
mouth
yeah.
on, right?
That's why
No, they are an absolutely outstanding fish.
I have 9 of them in here.
Well, you have more than 9. Like,
Oh,
how many in the
9.
store? They're in every single
There.
tank along the
Ah.
top row.
I used to have like 50 of them.
And you didn't bring these in at this size. I was asking you brought these in as babies.
I
and
get
thrown
them when
up.
they're around 4 inches, around 5 inches.
Well, I
five
can't
and a
even
half.
imagine trying to ship something like that. And they're
Oh,
easy fish to transport because they can handle
When
transport
they're
really,
young,
really well.
When they are young, but when they are mature, they're very sensitive.
Oh, okay.
They're very sensitive because they struggle a lot.
Yeah, that was like what you'd mentioned on one of the tails. Sometimes the tails get a little bit tired. That's from
when
the
they are
slapping.
yeah.
Well, they are absolutely breathtaking
Sometimes it's hard to move them from tank to tank
without hurting themselves.
without hurting themselves. That's why I plan when I'm going to move them. I literally lower the temperature at least 4 degrees
Okay.
because in that
Slows
way
them down,
it
yeah.
slows them down. Because if you have the same temperature, they'll be moving around a lot. So I lower the temperature. If I plan to move this tank or some fish to the other tank, the following day, a day before, I have to shut off the heater.
I'm guessing fish that cost $3,000 to $5,000 a piece are probably not something you're moving around regularly.
Not
though.
regularly. No, not regularly.
Well, you have an absolutely beautiful store. If you guys are ever in Winnipeg, make sure you make a stop at NESTORS Aquarium. It is a full-line pet. As I showed you, he does birds, but this is not the topic of the video. You're going to have to get somebody else to talk about birds. He does all sorts of stuff for reptiles, dogs, cats, birds, everything you want is all here. It's a full-line pet stop. If you're ever even just stuck in Winnipeg for an hour or two at the airport, this is only 5 minutes away from the James Richardson Airport. So you can easily just take a quick cab ride here and make all your wet dreams come true. Thanks for having us, Nestor. Take care.
Chris. Thank you.